I'm Anna.
I'm Ben.
We're AutoSave. Welcome to our
Today we're
channel.
watching Rezero Season 3, Episode 11. Episode 9, we ended off with Capella going into Crucia's room. Episode 10, we ended off with Priscilla's fight. Is that how we're going to start Episode 11?
I feel like if there's a pattern to find here, then I would believe that that's how we're going to start this episode off, and I would be very excited about that.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Sweet. What the fuck? Liliana backstory? Was that her mom? They look similar. She's beautiful. Oh, they have a whole troupe. Seeing everybody else's reactions.
She stopped.
Oh,
She's so in awe.
oh, I'm so excited.
Psst, we've seen you in the future and you're great. Ridiculous songs.
I hope nothing traumatic happens to her family or troupe. But if it does, I wonder if Priscilla would see parallels.
Oh. She's singing in a pretty big city now.
Yeah. Damn.
Ooh. She's gonna be king of the bards.
Let's see it.
We just got to see her what her goal is. To now, we have to be picking up
We
with
have
her
to be.
after this OP.
Or at least by the end of the episode.
Right.
We see her face now in the intro. God, I know you pointed that out, but...
I was just thinking about how there were a few other things in the
Yeah.
OP that go by so fast that I have no clue what's in that shot.
How long do you think the season is? I think we're gonna get another OP at some point. God, you're so fucking cool. Ooh. What? Oh my God. Oh my God. 8 husbands. Oh. Oh shit.
What else has value? We're ready.
Extinguished everything, brought into white fucking fire. The stage is set. I have chills.
I'm about to cry. No, don't eat that.
Happens to everyone, man.
That too.
Wow.
That's the song.
リリアナは僕にそう願ってはいけませんかだよ僕の歌姫よあなたの歌声は全ての人を幸せにできる
やはりあれを見込んだわらわの目は確かであったな。愚かとバカは似て非なるものよ。愚か者に生きる価値はないが、バカには愉快という取り柄がある。あれはその上、愉快以上の価値を己で証明してみせた。よってその働きに褒美を与える。砕けて燃え尽きろペーペンな歌姫。愚物がわらわのものになんとする。お前もだ怖い。その大義である。笑わせるな。分かり合い溶け合うことが人の望み。愛は一つになることだ。違うな。愛とは違ってもいいと寛容に受け入れることよ。皆が皆同じ方見て同じように思う。同じように感ずるなど虫唾が走る。終わりじゃ。この少女哀れむ心、そがあなたの心に芽生えた。くどい。
Holy shit!
わらわの要件は焼いものを焼き、切りたいものを
Those I
切る
want it to burn and cuts those I want to.
私の痛みをあなたは
知ったことか。貴様は妄言を抱えたまま一人きりで死ぬがいい。騒がしき夜に騒がしき連中よ。この場にこそ歌の出番であろうに。怠慢以外の何者でもないな。つまらぬことよ。褒めて使わす。
そろそろ限界ですかね。
Yes!
大丈夫かい
The songstress is for everyone, but Liliana is for me.
アージュに追われ錯乱して逃げ惑っていたが君の歌で我に返った。
もうほんと限界。でも死にませんから。
リリアナ
これは直接言うつもりはないけれど、あなたの歌姫でよかった。
Ah! Wow! Wow. I'm glad you're his songstress too.
Are you okay?
No.
I need a Priscilla pillow now.
Are you gonna replace your Echidna one?
No, I feel it can work as, like, you're allowed to have as many deceased characters' pillows as you want, but you only are allowed to have one alive character pillow.
Oh.
That makes sense to me, right?
Okay.
It's not betrayal. Priscilla's had 8 husbands, you know?
Yeah, right.
Okay, that was Rezero, Season 3, Episode 11. That was good. That was really good.
I mean, we kind of guessed that we were probably gonna go see what Liliana and Priscilla were doing more.
I'm just so happy we got so much of Liliana's past.
You're getting emotional
I'm
again.
heartbroken that she put the bag over her head and walked past her
past
mom
her
and her new
parents.
sibling, probably. Fuck.
I feel I feel okay. It was a sad scene, but I feel okay about it because I feel like Liliana's reasoning, and this is just, I guess, my guess of what I feel like I'm being told or they're attempting to tell me, is that she is trying to make it herself.
She wanted to make it on her own, prove her own standard of what a bard could be, and that they can perform in a big city and not just in smaller ones.
Yeah, so she doesn't want to see her parents until she's made that happen.
Or maybe a better way to phrase that is she doesn't want her parents to see her until she makes that happen.
I mean, imagine claiming something to your parents like that and then running away from home or running away from the troupe.
God, I hope at the end of this, Kiritaka can help put into newspapers across the entire world that the songstress named Liliana saved a massive city with just her song, and that we get to see her mom react to that.
I wish the radio could reach other cities, and then we could play her singing in other cities.
Oh my God. That kind of came out of nowhere for me. Like the emotional aspect of her story, and I love it so much. And I love that when she falls, nobody picks her up in the woods. When she falls, when a bridge collapses, nothing but herself is washed away, and she's the one who ends up on the other side. Like, nobody else gave her anything. No. She made her entire life herself, and she had idols and goals and heroes in mind, and even put herself down in the fact that, like, they wouldn't be looking for water near death's door like I am right now. I'm so pitiful. But just past that was the horizon that was her new life and was her inspiration for a new song.
Her way to get where she inevitably got, that then I believe inspired the song that she then sings here in this episode to the people of this city. She questions herself about what even is a bard, and she uses the word thief in the same kind of dialogue scene. It was like thief and then a couple lines of dialogue and then what is a bard. And yeah, it's that idea of like she's stealing these stories and these ideas, and she's not making them original. And then what happens is she inevitably ends up floating in the middle of the water. I heard you audibly react to how beautiful the water looked as she was floating in it. And she says, "A song has come to me. This is a song."
It's like, and it's the perfect like full circle moment with her and the campfire attempting to do that at night instead of sleeping. But it's just getting back to the roots of not how you've been taught to be a bard or what other people are doing. You're sticking true to what you deem is the right way, and that comes honestly. And when she realizes it and gets that song, you can see everybody in the crowd's doubt on their faces when this dirty, disgusting girl stands up on a podium, and then immediately all of their facial expressions change and their jaws drop in hearing her sing.
Like, she could have done a beautiful job if she sang the way that her mom did, the way that the Masquerade troupe did. If she grew into that herself and sang the same songs, she would have probably still made whatever money they're able to make to continue traveling in this way. And her mom was a beautiful singer, and it seemed like people were really enjoying the performance. But you can go a level beyond that, and Liliana has gone a level beyond that.
Yeah. She's
maybe
ascended.
More levels beyond that. She's ascended.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like I can't say Priscilla is my favorite character because Echidna exists. Priscilla is so fucking cool. And it's not just like, ooh, I have this energy about me that I've seen as like an audience member from season 1, and now we're seeing a little bit more into that, and just seeing her flashiness and like her abilities that I want to talk to in a second. But it's what I feel like I don't know about her. You know what fucking put Priscilla over for me more than anything this episode is that we didn't get a conclusion or an idea of what Iris and the Thorn King was. That put her over for me so heavily, because what that tells me is that there's even more to learn and love about this character and to understand her as a person. And I've been like just been giving amazing spoonfuls of information about Priscilla at its own time, and it's just taking its time to really develop and breathe, and that, I think, over anything puts her over for me.
What you're talking about is timing.
Yeah.
When we finished the previous episode, episode 10, we brought up how we probably wouldn't maybe find out all there is to find out about Al yet, and maybe that's something that either some things are just left questions forever, some things are left questions at least for a while. Maybe we won't even get to see what his fight is really like with Capella. I think that's in the same conversation of timing. We don't want to be fed every detail, every fact, every mystery right away. Like Liliana, we didn't know how she came to be here and how she came to interact with Kiritaka necessarily until this episode. And it's been a bit, like she's been in the story since this season started. And Priscilla, I feel like it would have made a lot of sense for us to get an explanation there of what was triggering her emotionally, to give us the after credit to episode 10, where it was like, oh shoot, is this like a downfall of Priscilla? Is this a weakness of hers that's being poked at right now? We are going to learn what Iris and the Thorn King means
I
to
think
her.
it's her parents now. I think that when you give a line that says Iris and the Thorn King would go deathly pale, and then you get the like reception from Priscilla here, immediately that means that they've known each other, and their opinion on Priscilla would have an effect on Priscilla, and Priscilla, in response to this, doesn't get further aggravated, which I stupidly assumed that she would after last episode. Like, it bring out a further like rage in her, but no, she immediately responds with despicable wretch who scavenges on people's pasts. And I'm like, okay, so they mean something to Priscilla, obviously, to elicit emotional response, but for the going deathly pale based off of just her abilities, I'm thinking King, you know, what is Priscilla's current standing? That's where I'm currently at with it.
So I feel like you could also go there from what the parallel story is in this episode, which is Liliana's choice to separate from her parents in order to kind of prove her goals of being king of the bards and going to sing in bigger cities and walking by them with the bag on her head. If we're trying to say that there are going to be some a lot of times when two kind of separate storylines are happening within a same episode or same episodes near each other, you can start to be like, okay,
Is it a parallel?
There's some sort of parallel here that we're playing with, some sort of theme that is going to be consistent with these two stories, whether it's something simple like an object is a similar theme within the two stories, or maybe something like the type of love for parents and parents to their children.
But here's the thing. It's not about what they are to Priscilla. It's about what the fuck happened, and we have nothing. Yeah. And that's so exciting. Like, okay, we can try to speculate that they might be close to Priscilla or were at one point in time, and they mean something to Priscilla. Why the fuck does it elicit a response so big? I have no fucking clue. I have nothing. And that's why I love her so much, because that tells me as an audience member that she's going to come back into the story at some point, and we're going to be able to learn more about her. And I just love the pacing of how much I'm learning about her and how spread out it is.
Right, yeah, like give me nice balance in the timing of like reveals in the story. Thank you for that. I also love when a story is able to create, like, yes, we loved getting to know our protagonist characters, or our main casts, if you will. We always loved that. But for there to be there's so many characters in this show, and so many of them are sold to us, like literally, like I'm buying, you know, like I will buy what you're selling to me in a way that from character design to obviously great voice acting.
Every single
to,
princess or candidate is great, and I love them.
to give me so many side characters that I would feel elated. Even though there's so many, I'd like give me an episode for each one of them.
Yeah.
When Otto got his episode, that was really special to me. That was probably really special to you.
Yeah.
You love Otto also. I think you were like a huge Otto fan even more than
But
I was.
how do you do that? Like, I don't think I could ever do that. Like,
Right?
I legitimately don't think I could ever write something that could handle as many characters as this show does in anywhere close to a successful way, because this is the standard, right?
It's tough, yeah.
It's I can't tell you a character in the series that I don't enjoy seeing on screen in a way that makes me excited, like Otto or an Al or a Julius, you know?
We're excited to see every single matchup, even if Subaru and Amelia are not there. Betty's not even there, and we're excited to see every single matchup. Some of these characters only existing for us for
I love Wilhelm.
10 episodes now.
Yeah, I see the pain that Felix goes through, and everything makes sense, and it's like there's so many interactions that even Subaru and we have had with Felix over the first 2 seasons that I have so much emotional stake in that character's view of Krush and what they go through. It's so organic, and it's raw, and it's really grounded in the pacing of the story. It's so good.
I think to make it effective, I think what ReZero has going for it in that way, other than the writing, I truly believe that the character design plays a huge, huge role in what we're talking about. Every single character in the show, while they look like they exist in the same universe and can exist in the same universe, is incredibly unique from the other.
100%.
Detailed and unique. All of them stand out from the other. Like, this is obviously Priscilla. This is you can tell somewhat of their personality sometimes by their character design also.
Exactly. And not just their personalities, their abilities, right? Like, I want to talk about it too, about like Priscilla's ability that you can make an item you've deemed valuable take damage for you. Like, it's all built up aesthetically, but with purpose and with reason. And I'm really being an asshole here, okay? I'm gonna really try to be an asshole.
Okay.
Because if I'm gonna make a claim like ReZero would be a golden standard for how to like brilliantly write side characters, and I love all of them, I'm gonna have to be an asshole too. If I really had to try to pick one character who is not like the others in that beat, it would be Ratchins. And like, that's just me being an asshole, and I don't even really mean it when I'm saying it. I'm just really trying to scrutinize something that I think is so fucking good and is something that I've never be capable of doing. That it's like, I'm really trying to find something, and I still can't by bringing up a character like Ratchins, because Ratchins has so much life to him and so much reason that he is where he is. Like,
the fact that we haven't seen him since the very beginning of season 1, and yet he's come a long way.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing things
and I
with
like
his
him
life.
as a character. Like,
And he starts this season off. I mean, he's side by side with Subaru when we first meet Wrath.
it's another example of why it's good.
It's a great example of why it's good, because that's even more side character than side characters. Because Ratchins isn't even in a matchup battle right now, really.
We're getting our side characters having more reason and development for being here. Kiritaka, like then like, it's crazy.
He's related to a side character.
Yeah,
He's
it's
side
insanity.
character adjacent.
It's so good. God damn it, ReZero. Fuck.
But from an art standpoint, character designs, that's something I really enjoy trying to do, is character design work and the fashion around that and the outfits. And I feel like this show in particular, ReZero, probably was a manga to start, is incredible. Whoever designed these characters, and every ounce of them, from the jewelry they wear to their facial expressions, everything, I feel like it was incredibly inspiring and talented.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of people out there who are interested in character design work that would look to ReZero.
I feel like I owe Ratchins an apology. I honestly, I feel bad about it. I was trying to convey.
No, your point came across.
Yeah, it was coming from a place of like legitimate appreciation of the series. I wish, like, I feel like we don't have we've never had a way of being able to like show anything that that you've drawn, or like any of the character designs or anything that you work on in your own free time.
I keep them private.
Yeah, and partly I really appreciate that we keep that kind of thing private, and like in one sense of the thing, but I would like to think that I'm being objectively factual in the sense that Anna has a legitimate knack and talent for coming up with character design, specifically in terms of like clothing and uniqueness, and we've heard that from a lot of people in our lives, but I do kind of want to like peek behind the curtain in that sense, because I think that if somebody who's good at it is somebody who's good at something complimenting something else and saying I could never do this, that has more credence to it than like somebody who has nothing at stake to be able to make a claim.
Right. Like the reason why like I things aren't shown is, what if I want to do something with them someday?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want everyone seeing them when they're still like babies, you know? They're
Mhm.
they're not ready yet to be seen by the world, because I haven't created anything to put these characters into, and I wouldn't want them to be seen at a time before that. But I do look at ReZero and I am floored
It's
and
crazy.
fascinated. It makes me want to go to my
It's
Cintiq right
inspirational.
now. And the idea of making people feel like they exist in the same world is challenging, especially if you're creating a fantasy world. Then you have to start taking into account so many different things. What is going to inspire the fashion and other. That's just one area. But I feel incredibly inspired when I watch this show in terms of character design. So I'm happy that I got to speak a bit about the character design in the show.
Yeah. Dude, fucking the ability to make an item that you've deemed valuable take damage for you is so fucking cool. That's such an interesting like take on an armor, if you will.
Mm-hmm. And she chooses, I guess, she makes sure that she dresses herself, or she made sure. We saw that makes the scene where she gets dressed into a different outfit so much more powerful.
Much more powerful.
Because what she was doing was ensuring that she had things that held value to her on her. She was dressing for battle. She was putting her armor on.
I love it so much because like I genuinely imagine that there's a massive downside to that. Like you can't just pick up anything and say, oh, it's so beautiful, it's so valuable, whatever. You can't make it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has to come from a place of you honestly deeming it valuable, and therefore if it's sentimental or not, you could be like wasting away something that you really cherish, but you need to put it on to be able to defeat somebody.
Right. Like what you just brought up is these could be valuable to her for multiple different reasons. It could have been made by an artist that's like so critically acclaimed, like an actual beautiful artisan made this. It could be that it cost $50,000. It could be that it was worn by her family or family heirloom passed down, or it was another one. It was given to her by someone. She does say that there's a line where she's like, wrath was the only thing your husband gave you. Each of my husbands gave me something. And I'm like, ooh, did her husband's like, are some of the jewelry pieces she's wearing in this fight things that she was given by people that hold that almost like love is protecting you. I don't know if she had actual love with any of those husbands or if they truly loved her, but that idea that you could be gifting someone something that they could then utilize to protect themselves is really a lovely idea.
I was worried that her only pieces of armor were going to be around her neck, and you were like, oh, I wonder what else. And there were several other things that the hair ties and everything. I definitely wanted to bring up this line from Priscilla. Love is tolerantly accepting another despite your differences. Everyone facing the same direction, thinking the same things, and feeling the same way is revolting. this is over. Oh, she's so fucking cool, dude.
And then we get a reveal.
Yeah, Tina's brought out from the fucking another dimension.
Which, okay, so episodes and I don't even know how many episodes ago, I think you asked me in a discussion, was Tina in the room with all of the people that we rescued? And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I think Tina was there. I think she was with Luzbel there. I think they were both there. And I think you were more on the side of like, are you sure about that? Are you sure?
There was
Tina's
no
safe?
confirmation,
Yeah.
you know, and her being brought back was a little bit scary. But the idea that the sunlight blade is like what it hits is completely dictated by Priscilla is so fucking cool, dude.
It makes sense with her jewelry, with the
Burns
fact that
those that want
things
it to
that
burn.
hold value to her are what take the damage for her, and then her weapon only cuts and burns the things that she would hold value of cutting and burning,
Yeah.
or not.
It's so good.
That's amazing.
I feel like Priscilla deserves her own anthology, like her own series from the ground up, and I would watch every second of it.
Give her 3 movies.
Yeah.
A 3-movie deal. But she also is like iconically correct with the like despite differences, people need to like tolerate. For love to exist, there needs to be some compromising and some tolerating and some being okay with someone being a little bit different than you. And a lot of people realize that, and if you haven't, you will someday.
Yeah.
You will. There are going to be differences. You're not going to find someone that is going to be identical to you and have the same thought process as you.
Even
everything.
if you do, for like the most part, find somebody very similar, there's always going to be something that is different, and coming together with that acceptance is love itself. It's so interesting seeing Priscilla be the person to like combat against that too. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Man, her and Al. I don't know. I really enjoyed this episode. Obviously, a lot of it was emotional and based off of Liliana's past, but I thought that like it would almost have been an impossible feat to have an episode this good if you described it to me based off of like, oh, this is just going to be focused on Liliana and Priscilla. After coming off of so many episodes in a row, being able to see so many highlights of different fights, for it to be solely focused on them this episode, I would have been like, all right, let's see it. But it was great.
And to end the episode off with Kiritaka being brought in, I was loving the dynamic and relationship that was unfolding between Priscilla and Liliana, and I am so happy that we weren't there when these two met, when Kiritaka and Liliana met. We weren't there to see her becoming the songstress when we initially even get the idea of him and how he's like a maniac and stuff. We get him painted in a certain light, a certain picture of him, and we don't really get what her feelings necessarily are about him. It just seems like this is somewhat also convenient to her that he is a fan so much of her. So she can kind of do what she wants in the city and have people listen to her song. It's a very favorable experience that we kind of initially get a peek into. But this ending moment, this man has been running around the city being chased by mob beasts. All the other council has been killed.
Yeah.
And he lucky enough, hears her singing, goes to her, and is able to jump. He jumps into the water. And he's the one that rescues her.
I like seeing Kiritaka's like image behind Liliana too when she was performing.
The support.
I was like, I know we didn't see Kiritaka die, but like for a second I was like, wait, no, I don't want to see like an opaque version of a character that I like behind someone else, because that could signify them not being around any longer. And like obviously I knew he wasn't, like nothing happened to him, but I love that moment and I love them coming together at the end.
It's that same conversation of like what we were theorizing about these items that could hold value to Priscilla if they had been gifts given. Oh, that your husband only gave you wrath. That conversation.
Yeah.
Liliana has been given something that is incredibly valuable to her by Kiritaka, and that is why we have that moment of him standing behind her, and just that idea like he has helped bring about the life that she has She even says how happy and how calm her life has been, how lovely it's been. I don't remember what her exact words were about what her life has been like since she came to this city and met him, but she has been having an amazing time, and it is a lot thanks to him, and that moment was really beautiful as well.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that sort of thing, but I am happy for it.
The only thing your husband gave you was anger. Laughable. God. Fucking, she's so cool, man.
And I now feel pity for you, Wrath. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's all your husband gave you?
All right, that's all I have you.
Okay, well, I just would have a question to end off with.
Definitely.
Where do we go next?
I don't know. I don't
Somewhere
care.
great.
Anywhere
Somewhere
it's gonna be
great.
good. Dude, it's so... The scene set... Okay, let me answer your question. I don't think we're gonna stay here.
Okay.
I think we're going somewhere else, obviously. Or at least I think.
Okay.
Might be Al because of the connection with Priscilla, but obviously we don't even know if we're gonna see the end of that with Capella and Al. So it could also be going back to... We haven't seen anything of Julius. You know, it's been a while since we've checked in with Garth and Wilhelm. Maybe there, or back to Subaru, since we've kind of deduced like a significant point in what Regulus's ability is.
I would say that I think there might be a pattern emerging of the order in which the archbishops are going to be taken down. At least that we're going to view them the actual demise.
Okay.
And I think they're going to be taken. I think there's probably multiple places we've seen a same order, and I'm not going to actually look at them to make sure it's the same order, but we are given their actual big introduction into the story for this season. We first meet Wrath, and then Greed comes in and takes Amelia away. Who else we see after that in what order could be the pattern.
See.
And I also say, I take those two, Wrath and Greed, and I say, in the outro, they are the first two Sin Archbishops that we see when we are getting the line of the Sin Archbishops being shown. We have Wrath dancing, and then Greed, we get a shot of him in the outro, and then it goes on to, I think, Gluttony. At least,
technically,
Lie, I think.
not even intro-wise, like even in the season, I think it would be Gluttony, technically, but I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that there's a pattern possibly being shown with
cool.
both the outro and the actual episodes we've been seeing, and when Sin Archbishops came into play, that I think could be the pattern at which we watch them fall to their death.
You get a prize if you're right.
Ooh,
if it's
okay.
Gluttony. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am really cool and great at talking into a camera. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope to see you next time.